Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato.
And I am the zombie. I do the zombie dance.
Because this is Thriller?
This is the Thriller.
Thriller Night. Today, we're watching another Lucio Fulci zombie film.
Of course.
Though, I guess one can assume if a film is by Lucio Fulci, it's a zombie film.
Most are. Almost definitely.
It is from 1980, 6.3 on IMDb.
Yeah, and it's in the City of the Living Dead.
City of the Living Dead, original title,
the city.
Por nella città de morti viventi.
Yeah, that's how you that's how you say that in the Italiano.
A reporter
Si.
and a psychic race to close the gates of hell after the suicide of a clergyman caused them to open, allowing the dead to rise from their graves.
Muy malo.
That sounds like it was direct translated, like with Google from Italian.
Yeah, maybe. Almost guaranteed that it's like they probably just took the fucking back of the box and just ran it through Google Translate. I mean, that's how like most places.
In the small New England town of Dunwich. Oh, Dunwich.
Oh, fucking Dunwich. Of course it's fucking
So
Dunwich.
now we got Yog Sothoth to deal with on top of everything else.
In the Colors Out of Space, they have a segment where it's literally just them watching the news,
Yeah.
and the weather for Dunwich comes up, and I started laughing.
A priest commits suicide by hanging himself in the church cemetery, which... I love when even the synopsis doesn't know what the fuck is going on, which somehow opens the gates of hell, allowing the dead to rise.
This happens.
Peter, a New York City reporter, teams up with a young psychic named Mary.
Spider-Man?
Yes.
Okay.
And Mary Jane.
Spider-Man and Mary Jane.
To travel to the town where they team up with another couple, psychiatrist Jerry and patient Sandra, to find a way to close the gates before All Saints Day, or the dead all over the world will rise up and kill the living.
Fucking Boondock Saints? All of a sudden? All Saints Day? And is this fucking Marvel Zombies the movie?
Gio, I want to say a follow-up.
What?
Now, because they've been teasing one for a long time, to Boondock Saints, where it's them and the dad, because the dad's a fucking badass.
For sure.
Fighting zombies.
That'd be fucking cool. And you know that would be fucking cool.
Or at least I want to see a two-player Boondock Saints game, which plays like Painkiller or Stranglehold and has like, gun katas and everything.
That'd be pretty dope. But like it'd have to be like really like well done, like stylized and everything.
Oh, cel-shaded, obviously.
Probably, yeah. It would be cool like that. But, this is basically shaping up to be Marvel Zombies.
We definitely don't want another Reservoir Dogs game.
Yeah.
Or, God help us all, Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza.
Kill the dead, Peter! kill all the dead, Peter.
But Peter, you am zombie. You am zombie shoot your own veins.
Am zombie shoot zombie me web?
Yes.
Am zombie shoot veins?
And bison shoot veins.
Psycho Crusher?
Psycho Crusher. Anyway, let's watch this movie.
I'm scared.
The living dead. A cursed city, where the gates of hell have been opened.
You've got to. You must reclose those gates.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special broadcast. Dunwich police authorities have declared a state of emergency, effective immediately within Dunwich County. All citizens are requested to return to their homes as quickly as possible. In case of necessity, contact this station. DWC. The telephone number is 825-9881. All citizens are urged to remain calm
see, when you were in this trance, did you see anything besides that tombstone?
Oh, yes. I saw a priest who, by hanging himself, opened the gates of hell.
She's still here. She's still in the house. No, she's in here. I know she's still in the house. I don't want to see her anymore. Jerry, get her out, please. Tell her to go. She's in here. Do you hear her?
Guess what? It's All Saints' Day.
A demanding, implacable enemy whose search for blood is never satiated.
This was not exactly what I was expecting out of this movie.
This is so fucking confusing.
Yeah.
So confusing. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know what the fuck.
Well,
What did we watch?
City of the Living Dead, Part 1 of the Gates of Hell.
No, but what was this? Like, when did this wasn't a zombie film.
It was not, really.
It was not, it barely zombied.
I mean, there were some zombies, not enough zombies.
Minimal zombieing.
Few zombies.
Done with few zombie. Minimal zombie incoming.
Maximum zombie. No, not maximum. Minimum zombie.
Minimum zombie. Maximum spider. Minimum zombie.
Maximum effort, minimum zombie.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, this was interesting experience to watch.
So confusing, but at the same time enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like,
there was one...
I don't want to hate this.
But there was one kill, which I knew was coming, but I didn't know it would happen the way it did.
You knew it was coming, but you just have no idea as to, like, why it happened. We'll get to that. We will get to that in a sec.
I knew it was going to happen, and I knew it was probably going to be him it happened to, but I thought it would be a zombie that did it,
right.
Or that you would use it on a zombie him.
Yeah, like he turned into a zombie and then did, but anyway.
Or they did it to a zombie.
We should start from the top with this,
yes. Okay?
So, a whole bunch of Italian names. One of them's got my name. I was happy about that, at least. It's like, okay, cool. If we're going to have a bunch of Italians, there's got to be at least one Giovanni.
Well, it's better than any movie that has a D'Amato attached to it, because he was a terrible, terrible director.
Indeed.
He made Troll 3.
Yeah. So
both of them.
This starts in the beautiful town of Dunwich.
Yep.
Where a priest apparently hung himself.
That was one hung-ass priest, man.
He hung like a horse, bruh. He's hung like a fucking like a pound of sausage.
As expected from a Lucio Fulci zombie film, the soundtrack is fantastic.
Oh, it's great. Music's fantastic. It is wonderful to hear the sounds of this.
So I love it. Does have a bunch of Italian names and just Christopher George,
the most English of names,
aka Mr. Fake Name.
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of Italian people playing a bunch of, like,
American people.
Yeah, normal, like, English named people.
Yeah, the usual.
So, like, okay, then, like, just use... Why not just use their normal names? Like, honestly, if I was making a production like this, I would just keep it just as simple as possible and just have everybody, like, keep their names.
I don't know why Italian horror films will never set themselves in Italy.
Because
ever
they like to make speculation on how the American household.
No, you know where they usually set them?
Style is
Germany. Suspiria was in Germany. Demons was in Berlin.
It was?
Yeah,
I forgot about that part. Okay then, but it's still they like to make speculations. You know,
Zombie-
this is how America is.
The theme song sounds a
This is
lot
middle
like
America.
Zombie 2,
Yeah,
which is good because Zombie 2 had a... Well, I love the theme so much, I made it the intro music to Zombie Month on Mindbreakers
it's
on
good
Mindbreakers 2 years ago.
yeah, it's good. It's good sounds. I like it. They're very foreboding and very spooky.
It's really uncomfortable music. Like, it makes you feel uncomfortable.
very thrilling. I enjoy it. But we get just a whole bunch of background, basically, on like what Dunwich used to be.
Obviously Dunwich.
Yeah.
No mention of Yogg-Sothoth. They bullshit some stuff. Some stuff comes right out
Oh
of their
yeah,
asses.
guaranteed. Like the guy that played the priest.
Dunwich was built on the ruins of the Salem witch village. No, that's not true. That place is still there.
Yeah, it's like Salem still exists.
Salem's still there.
What the fuck kind of weird, like, post-apocalyptic, strange future world?
Salem's there, and it's a tourist trap.
Yeah.
It's a tourist trap right now. You can go there and buy yourself a
fucked
point.
up.
You can go there. You can buy yourself a pointy witch hat, guaranteed.
Like fucking shitty future 60s.
You can buy this gloriously real Sky Dragon card.
Put that away. You know, fucking nobody knows what the hell you're holding. Nobody wants to hear about fucking shitty Slifer cards.
It was
Anyways,
your shitty Slifer card.
I know, but it
traded
was my
a good
favorite
Slifer
Slifer
card.
It was my favorite Slifer card.
I can have my real Slifer back in exchange for this then?
No, fuck you. Okay. It's not Christopher Lee playing the priest. It looks like Christopher Lee, though.
Yeah.
It might as well have been Christopher Lee. And he has no speaking lines.
No.
He says nothing the whole film.
Which is why it would have been a waste to tag Christopher Lee.
It still would have been Christopher Lee.
Yeah, but you want Christopher... If you want Christopher Lee, you don't want just man standing. You want Christopher Lee.
Yeah. That's true. Or dude that played Tall Man in Phantasm.
Oh, yeah. Angus Scrimm. Cool. Yeah, he was cool.
Well, he makes a good Undertaker, mortician, whatever.
Mm.
And
I still wish the Undertaker was.
Undertaker.
They mentioned the Undertaker, and we just start thinking about wrestlers.
I was like, fucking, what are we gonna see? Fucking Dave Bautista and fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin, fucking 316.
And wait, is it? I'm sorry, Stone Cold Steve Austin 316.
Austin 316.
Is there?
I'm
sorry, is there a Steve Austin gospel?
No.
Because it's like John 3:16.
His win ratio.
Oh, okay.
It's his win loss.
Sorry, I just assumed it was chapter and verse, like the book of Steve Austin.
No, it's not.
He wears
it out like that.
But why isn't it?
It should be, I know. It probably is an actual passage, Austin 3:16, but I don't want to. I want to go looking it up because it's probably we're just gonna find like fucking Stone Cold bullshit, like Stone Cold merch. Anyways, we start off with just a whole bunch of like random quotes on a fucking on a tombstone, saying like the soul will outspan death, blah 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 blah.
Blah blah blah. Zombie.
Dead will fucking rise. Blah blah blah.
They will make. Bullshit. I remember. They will make cemeteries your cities and tombs. No. They will make cemeteries your cathedrals and tombs your cities.
Yeah, that's the one. Fucking zombie bar mitzvah, spooky, scary. Live
becoming dead.
Dead becoming zombie. So a zombie already pops up like right away after the credits.
And this zombie, through the course of the film, manages to do absolutely nothing.
Except for instant transmission.
No, that's not the same zombie.
Oh yeah, sure, it's the priest.
Because this zombie...
The priest is a Super Saiyan zombie.
Because this zombie that comes out is a skull head zombie.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's not a skull zombie.
Right. We never get to see him. He's just the first one up.
Yes, he came up and got whacked in the brain. And then some people...
By nobody.
And then some people are doing a seance.
Yeah.
And Gio asked me how to spell seance, and I told him CONJOB.
Just fucking... No, random... like fucking random letters at first.
No, it wasn't random letters. It was BULLSHIT. Bullshit.
Of course.
Or con job, because that's what a seance is.
No, but you're just throwing them at me fucking rapid fire, so it's just like, that's not how you fucking... No.
Bullshit artist.
Anyway. So, a whole bunch of them are having the seance, and this is going on in New York.
Yep.
One of them is Mary, and she ends up foaming from the goddamn mouth.
And has a seizure.
Has a fucking straight up seizure and dies.
Quote, air quote.
Dies.
Or does she?
For all intents and purposes, dies on the spot.
Until they...
Heart stops beating.
Until they change
She is
their
no
mind.
more.
Spooky,
And
scary.
then the cops show up. They start investigating the whole place.
And we're supposed to be like, oh, but why don't they believe the seance people? It's like, well, one of them's a known con artist, and another one's a known fucking drug dealer.
Yeah.
So, obviously, lady has seizure. The assumption, if there's a known fucking drug dealer, she overdosed on a thing.
High.
And she overdosed. That's a normal reaction. Movie's over. Let's go watch episode 1/7.
But, like, they go around and they're like, okay, it seems like she died of natural causes, you know, foaming at the mouth and shit. Like, yeah,
Can't live without a spine. Nothing more natural than that.
And then they're talking about just a whole bunch of, like, fucking foreboding bullshit. Just like, oh, All Saints' Day is coming.
And then the world will end.
All of the dead will rise, and then we're gonna be fucked.
Why isn't Dracula?
Why isn't Dracula here? Well, because this movie sucks, but it doesn't suck that bad. Fuck me.
Thunder.
Thunderstrike.
Wow.
So, they get a whole bunch of fucking creepy things going on in fucking, in Dunwich.
Yeah, there are, a crack appears in a bar wall.
Well,
and
like,
then there's a lot of mist, and then a guy takes what looks like a bad mask out of a thing, whips it out the wall, and it inflates into a sex doll, and then there's a dead baby full of worms.
Oh, God.
This is a bizarre film.
I was just like, well, that's some magic I wish I had in the fucking bedroom, because he fucking throws the thing and it just insta-inflates.
Yep.
It's like, well,
That's what I call a blowjob. Waha, waha, waha.
Burp, burp.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I wish I had one of those like New Year's spinner things that just like clink, 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 clink. And the little like fucking like slide whistles, just like.
I hate slide whistles.
I know, fuck you too. So, then we see, after the fucking baby rotting and everything, we see a fucking therapy session.
When I was a little girl, I wanted to marry your father, but then he left, so now I hate all men.
I was 8 years old. I'm like, what the fuck is this coming from? It's like, I didn't realize we were watching fucking elves again. Like, this is some fucking weird ass, like, creepy pederast bullshit going on here. And it's like, I hate all men because my dad was drunk. It's like, well, daddy issues doesn't even begin to explain this. I'm pretty sure your daddy liked him some steak also. I'm pretty sure he got fucking.
I don't get it.
He went to go get some steak and then he never returned because the zombies ate his brains.
The zombies, always the zombies with you.
Yeah, that was his big mistake. That was the main joke I wanted to make. And also my mistake.
Yeah, that joke was a mistake.
It was, wasn't it?
Moving right along, dug-a-dong.
We get a whole bunch of pervs in the cemetery.
Well, there's just two guys looking at porn.
Yeah.
Not doing their job.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cat that girl was holding in therapy gets scared and runs off for no reason.
Also, there's
scratching her.
Also, there's a Peter reporter.
Yeah, Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin, the reporter.
Getting pictures of zombies.
Yeah. Well, he wants to get into the crime scene, and the cop's like, no. So he's like, okay, and he leaves.
Yep.
And then he goes to Dunwich, but then he's in the cemetery. He's like, you guys not going to finish burying the body? He's like, eh.
Yeah.
And so
she's not going nowhere.
Unfortunately, she's not actually
not in a hurry.
She's quite in a hurry because she's not really dead.
Yeah, little did they know.
Little did she know she was not dead. She was quick.
Yep.
Be quick.
And meanwhile,
be dead.
Meanwhile, she's like scratching on the fucking the coffin, trying to do the 1-inch punch. And the guy that's in the police officer that's in front of the building is just like shows up and opens up the coffin, goes "Buqueras nada," and then closes it up again.
That doesn't happen.
It should have. It's just like, oh, you want to try to get back into the outside world, huh? Guess what? You're not coming back here. Buzz off. Closes the coffin again.
So instead of like opening the coffin, the reporter, when he hears her screaming, grabs a pickaxe and almost impales her through the face.
It looked like it hit her in the eye.
Yeah.
The first shot that you see him fucking swing into the coffin,
And the thing
looks
is,
like it hits him in the
Lucio
face.
Fulci has a thing for things going into people's eyeballs.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
So I was like, oh, she's gonna die bad.
I was like, she's gonna just, she's alive in there, but not for long.
So he gets her out, and then they have to go stop the zombie apocalypse from happening on All Hallows Eve.
Why would you swing at the head of the coffin?
I don't know.
Why the fuck would you do that?
I'd go. Ideally, you'd go like to the side,
Yeah.
like get it in, and then just like
Crowbar the fucking thing.
yeah.
Like, no, he's fucking straight up like fucking, we're working in the quarry, swinging in the axe.
I mean, I get wanting to have a hole, like one hole near the top, so you can be like, the person's like, all right, here's some air, here's some light, we're gonna get you out of here, don't hysterics.
And then she's screaming, help me, and he's like, hi-ho, 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 it's off to work we go, hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho.
In a mine, where a million diamonds shine.
They dug too deep. Okay, so he gets her out, fucking, by some sheer fucking dumb luck. They start talking about fucking Dunwich and All Saints Day, blah, blah, blah. They gotta get over to Dunwich before All Saints Day comes around, because apparently all the fucking dead are gonna rise.
Come to town.
Yeah, and she has to go with the Peter guy.
Peter Griffin.
Yeah, so they both go on a fucking road trip, I guess. To the city of the dead, which is Dunwich.
There's a guy called Bob.
Yep.
And he is... bad shit's happening to Bob.
He's just constantly freaked the fuck out.
Because
he gets the worst of this movie.
Because Gallows, a noose priest.
Yeah, he starts to see the dude.
He appears before various people, but he just keeps harassing this man.
He's just a nuisance. He doesn't even for real kill anybody. He just likes pissing them off.
What about the girl who's making out the guy in the car, and he stares in her eyes, and her eyes start to bleed?
That's his only way of killing people.
And she regurgitates all of her internal organs.
He gets one.
Then rips off the back of her boyfriend's head.
He gets one.
And it was one hell of a one.
True. Granted. But we didn't even know that character. Why the fuck does she get it so bad?
Do we know any of the characters?
Well, we know one character. We know the girl in therapy because she's fucked up. It's like we know that much.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like we know enough to know that she's fucked up.
Agreed.
Fair. It's like fucking... That's the only one we know. And you know what? I'd rather she have gotten it.
Yeah, because we don't like her.
At least we know that she deserves it. This other one we don't.
Well, she does get it eventually.
Yeah, eventually. But yeah. He also loves to go up behind girls and just like smear maggots and worms and dirt in their face. It's just like hungry for worms.
So obviously they think Bob's the murderer.
Yeah, because he goes around boogeyman gimmicking all the bitches, right?
Yeah, and then
that makes sense.
And then Bob manages to get murdered.
Because he's a sick perv. Sick and wrong!
He manages to get murdered.
He does get murdered.
With a drill. Very, very slowly.
Just talk about the whole drill kill. Just talk about that whole drill kill.
Well, he's hiding it out in the car.
Yeah.
And then a girl comes in It's like, hey, Bob, why are you hiding? Why are you sleeping in my stepdad's car? He's like, couldn't think of anywhere else to sleep. It's like, oh, cool.
It's called a bed, Bob.
You want to smoke a joint? And then her stepdad comes in. People think that Bob's the murderer, so he says, you perverted murdering fucker. And then Bob actually, when he's trying to get away from the crazy man, accidentally turns on the drill.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't accidentally. I think
he falls against the switch.
Oh,
when he's stumbling back.
All right.
So the dad.
In that case, he put it on himself.
So the stepdad, slowly pushes him into the drill, so it goes through one temple and out the other one.
It's like right above his jawbone, basically.
I was thinking a zombie would kill someone like this, or someone would kill a zombie like this.
Yeah.
But he's like, you're a murderer, so I'm going to murder you. It's like, okay.
No, you get this.
Even if Charlie Manson, you met Charles Manson walking down the street, it would still be murder, and you would still go to jail if you were to shoot Charles Manson walking down the street.
I was making the comparison
because you can't say it's self-defense because he ain't doing shit to you right now.
Yeah.
And even then, shooting someone self-defense, punching someone self-defense, slowly pushing a man's head into a fucking drill is not self-defense.
Right.
As long as it takes you to kill that person, and how long, and like all the going into it, even if that was a spur-of-the-moment thing, that is still essentially premeditated murder.
Yeah, I just spur-of-the-moment kill people all the fucking time, right? It's just, you're feeling it. You're feeling it a bit too much. But I was making the comparison between that and the scene in 7, where they're outside of John Doe's house. And they were like outside his apartment.
Oh yeah, we also got Little John.
Yeah, we're gonna get to him in a fucking second. Because he doesn't show up at all at the beginning, really. He shows up mostly near the end. But the scene where they're outside of John Doe's apartment, and he starts shooting at them, and they have the whole chase scene, and then they come back to his apartment, and they're like, we can't just knock on his door. We have no reason to be here. We have no warrant. And he's like, we need probable cause. It's like, we have probable cause. He started shooting at us. It's like, but that's not reason to go into his house. So then they hired the homeless girl to basically tell the story that she saw John Doe running around and killing people. So she got freaked out and called the detective. It's like, and that's basically if you don't have reason, then why are you doing this?
Except in Canada.
Where it's...
No, there's a law in Canada.
Fine.
No, there's a law in Canada that you are allowed to display Nazi shit all over your property.
Yeah,
and the outside of your house.
We know about that.
But by doing, I don't know if the audience does.
You've told her this several times.
Not everyone watches every episode.
I know, but you've talked about it before.
But yeah, if you display Nazi stuff, the police can enter your house without probable cause.
Yeah,
because you're a Nazi. That's probable cause.
It's counterculture 101, basically. It's like the monks basically aren't supported by the guards or the police because they are outside of the law. They are higher outcasts, whereas Nazis are
Nazis aren't exactly counterculture. They are public enemies. Because
right, but it's also
anarchy is counterculture. Rap is counterculture. D&D is counterculture. Nazism is Nazism.
D&D is not entirely counterculture.
Used to be.
It used to be, yeah, because everybody thought it was about Satan.
It isn't about Satan.
It is somewhat about Satan.
No, it isn't.
Kids, dust off your old D&D books with the devils on the front of them.
It's Asmodean now.
Oh, yeah. I should have made that distinction a long fucking time ago. Asmodean. Fucking Gabriel is behind me. Fucking Azazel is beside me. Is that what you're getting at?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
good.
Yes.
Wonderful. Fucking Valpurgis Night.
I'm very happy.
About?
I got a comic that just came in.
Okay.
I'm sorry to disrupt the review.
No, it's fine. This is a disruptive review.
It's from the 1973 Ghost Rider run, issue 81.
Cool.
You know how hard it is to find the final issue of a fucking series?
Well, they're fucking old.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, I have a whole box of them right here.
Yeah, but finding the last ones, it's fucking difficult.
And the last ones and the first ones. The middle, usually not so much of a problem.
I'm still having a hard time trying to find the last few issues of Abattoir.
You're an abattoir.
I know I am.
But what am I?
I found actually all of Baltimore,
Oh, nice.
Volume 1 actually at Chapters.
Cool.
Well, Indigo.
It was in a TPP?
Yeah, it's a trade paper.
Cool.
Well, it's a hardcover paperback. Well, like hardcover volume.
So an omnibus paper.
Yeah. It's just Volume 1 though.
You know,
the whole omnibus.
if it's hardcover, is it still called a trade paperback or just a trade?
I say trade. Yeah, it's just a trade. It's a big volume.
Because, I mean, you can't call it a graphic novel. Like, Watcherman is not a graphic novel.
Yeah, it's
just all the issues combined.
It's an omnibus.
Yeah.
But it's not an omnibus either. It's just a volume. It's just Volume 1.
Yeah.
It's
it's the only volume.
Well, in my case, I mean, for Baltimore,
okay.
It's just Volume 1.
I thought you meant for Watchmen. Like, we don't count the other.
No, Watchmen is a self-contained thing. Unless you're going for, like, before Watchmen.
You don't need before Watchmen. You don't need you don't need Doomsday Clock.
Anyways.
You don't need the shitty-ass HBO show.
Let's get back to this.
Right.
Where the fuck were we?
Oh,
yeah, girl pukes her guts out.
Yeah, drill killing.
Drill kill.
And now essentially, nothing much happens. Zombies pop up and harass people, but don't really do anything for a while.
Yes.
They just invade, like, kind of like stare at you weird.
Yeah.
John, one of the girls gets buried.
Yeah.
Her zombie shows up and just stares in John's bedroom.
Oh yeah.
John has 2 giant stuffed dogs, which is too many.
Yeah. Mary and Peter are on the way to fucking Dunwich, and they're like, Mary gets hungry.
Peter.
So she's like, let's go get some food. And he's like, all right, fine, we'll go get food.
The psychiatrist is also on his way there.
Yeah. More priest harassing bitches. We get a woke ass dinosaur.
Girls.
Rhino painting. Sorry, rhino
Sandra,
painting.
the lady who hates men, is painting a picture of a rhino for no reason.
And it's fucking wall-eyed, just like staring into the fucking abyss, and the abyss stares back at the rhino.
And the rhino stares back into you.
Yes. And then you look in the mirror and you have the head of the rhino.
It's like that play. It's like that play Rhinoceros.
Yeah.
About people turning into Nazis.
You look in the mirror and you're Paul Giamatti.
That sounds great.
Well, because he's the rhino.
Yeah.
I would love to be the rhino. Rhino would be a cool character to be. If you could be any villain in Spidey's Rogues Gallery, who would it be? Because I know who you would be if you were in, like, Marvel, but, like, Spider-Man villain.
Spider-Man villain specifically?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Either Hobgoblin or Mysterio.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah, that'd be cool.
We don't even have to ask Nelson.
Yeah, we already know what his...
We know, Nelson, we know that you would be Tombstone, okay?
Fuck off. I'm gonna say that for him. Fuck off. Fuck you very much. I think mine, I would probably go for either Green Goblin or I'd want to be Carnage. Just straight up. Like, one or the other.
So I'm the weakest.
In comparison to the three of us?
Yeah.
About. I don't know.
Hmm.
Mysterio and Green Goblin would make for a good little, like, tete-a-tete.
Well, they're both Sinister Six.
Yeah, but, like, if they fought against each other, it'd be interesting. I'd read that. Like, an actual serious fight between Mysterio and Green Goblin.
There's a comic where Mysterio tries to make Daredevil kill himself, forgetting that illusions don't mean shit to him.
Can't see fuck off! He's trying to reenact his blindness!
And so Mysterio kills himself.
Oh, that's so bad! Look, Matt! Look into your past!
Who said that?
Who's there?
It's like, Daredevil, behold! He does this big illusion thing. Watch this! Like, behold!
Watch this!
What did you do? What's happening?
No, it should just end with "watch this." That's the whole issue. It's just one page. It's like a 2-page comic. It's just one full page of just Mysterio doing all his fucking like illusion shenanigans, and then the next page is just Daredevil deadpan.
Illusory shenanigans.
Oh lord.
Shenanigans.
Yeah. Like his whole like little fucking like spiel and like fucking hand gestures and all that. Fucking like shooting out his gas. And it's just fucking deadpan Daredevil. Just fucking staring at him. Just with no emotion on his face. Or just decks him out in general.
Yeah.
Like sees him dancing around, just fucking punches him in the head.
So they eventually they get everyone starts dying.
Yeah.
Peter's dead. Sandra's dead.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's dead, and they're in a tomb, and zombies are popping up, and then they stab a zombie with a spear, and it explodes.
Yeah. A whole bunch of bullshit goes on in Sandra's house, though.
And then there's something about the Book of Enoch.
It was so much bullshit about the Book of Enoch.
And then the priest catches fire.
Like, shut the fuck up about
and
the
all
Book
the
of
zombies
Enoch.
catch fire. And I guess they win. Because it's Walpurgisnacht.
There's more than that.
I know, but this is so vague, this movie,
Can we talk about... Okay, first off, let's start from the house.
Yeah.
And then we'll work our way out.
Okay.
So-
I'll let you handle this without any...
Sandra calls up Jerry. And she's like, there's something in my fucking house. Come over here. And he goes, okay, cool. Drives over there. Checks the whole place out. Sees that Sandra has a gun. He's like, what's that for? And she's like, it's better than nothing. He's like, true that. So they go check in the kitchen. There's a dead body on the fucking floor. Then they check around the house again. I forget for what reason. But they go back to the kitchen eventually and they see that the body's gone. Mm-hmm. So they're like, what the fuck? Where did the body go? The body just can't get up and move on its own.
Or can it?
But they look around the house a bunch more until they start to fucking like see a bunch of broken glass and fucking magical bullshit going on. This movie's more a fucking occult thriller than it is a zombie film.
Yeah.
Because there's just magic bullshit happening for no
This
reason.
doesn't need to be a horror film. This needs to be like...
horror film
No, you know
is.
you know what this needs to be? 1 or 2 episodes, like maybe like a 2-part episode of Hellblazers.
Yeah, or Twilight
This
Zone.
is something where you call in Constantine.
Yeah. Or Twilight Zone. Which they mentioned Twilight Zone around that part.
I don't believe in the Twilight Zone. Well, the Twilight Zone does exist. It's a show hosted by Rod Serling, dude.
And what's that on the wing? Is that a gremlin? A goblin on the wing.
No, it's a scorpion.
Is it a scorpion?
I've seen him in the desert walking around. It's a fucking scorpion. Why did you like Darth Vader and he turns into a scorpion?
Scorpion? Yeah. Scorpion death cult?
Spooky, scary.
God damn it. You just love spooky, scary everything.
I love the owl was right.
That's true also. I like that the owl was right also. But they go walking around, a bunch of fucking empty coffins get established.
Yeah.
John's family's entirely
But
dead.
the thing is, the coffins being opened, they don't look like something got out of them. It's just that they have coffins ready to go.
Yeah, they're just lined up, opened.
Because they're not like old-timey coffins that have been punched
no establishment, really, yeah. It's just like, it doesn't say that like they're in a fucking cemetery or like they weren't in the ground. They're just sort of just like up and clean. Like they're perfectly fucking laid out and their lids were just open and they're perfectly pristine. No dirt on them.
It really needs what the Land of the Dead game had as a really good atmospheric establishing thing. And it's a problem when Land of the Dead video game did something better than you. Is just body bags moving.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. And scary.
But like, granted, this came out way before.
I know, but it's not.
Was one of the
it's also a very low budget effect you can do. You just need a body bag. Get an actor to get in the body bag. Not even you can just get the fucking intern to get into the body bag.
Yeah, but
and just have them move around.
Back then, it was probably difficult to get their hands on like that many body bags and do an effect that intricate.
Just get one. Just have an ambulance crashed. and have there be a body bag in the ambulance, have it be moving.
Right, but again, there's like barely any zombies to begin with.
Yeah, it's not a zombie film, so our complaints are moot.
Yeah, exactly. It's a moot point. But yeah, John starts fucking running around all over the place because his family's fucking dead. A whole bunch of zombies pop up. It's fucking a few hours until midnight, and then fucking All Saints Valpurgis fuckery.
And then it's gonna be the apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly. So they go around, fucking zombies scalp a bunch more people because they love to fucking do that.
Not even full scalping, just rip the back of your head off.
Yeah, just back of the head opens up, and they don't even eat the brains!
Well, you said to yourself, they're not zombies.
But yeah, but like at least fucking munch on the brains. They just fucking, they open up a fucking tin can and just leave it for the rats. It's like fucking, what a wasteful bunch of pricks.
They mainly stare at people.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure I told this story on recording at some point, but I remember there was one time I was at my, it was my birthday. And I was at a restaurant with my ex-girlfriend. And, like, there was this, like, just two random girls on the other table. And, like, we got this really nice piece of flan cake. As, like, a birthday present, basically. Yeah. It's like a little birthday, like, thank you.
Yeah.
Like a little celebratory.
It had a rat in it?
No.
Oh.
Thank fuck.
Where's the story then?
But like, I ate all of mine.
Yeah.
The flan cake that I got, I ate all of mine. There was a girl though on the other table. One of them got her piece of flan cake, and she didn't even touch it. And I got pissed. Because I was like, wasteful fucking bitches. Just took a picture of it and walked off.
I mean, if you're not going to eat your flan cake, at least give it to someone who is going to eat the flan. Not to you, I mean, but like someone else. Like, hey,
but I took it anyways.
Homeless person outside, have some flan cake.
Yeah, but I saw that happen, and I was just like, well, that's fucking wasteful. I'm like, excuse me, can I have that piece of cake that you just brought to them, and they fucking took a picture of and walked off? And they're like, yeah, sure. They fucked off. And I was like, yeah, they fucked off. It's like, okay, here you go.
What do you mean they fucked up? They don't want the cake. Why would they want cake?
Yeah. So, yeah, like just fucking wasteful ass zombies, you know? Fucking Instagram zombies. They take a picture of the brains and then they leave. Because they want fucking pictures of their fucking cake on Instagram. But they don't want to eat it. It's gross. And I mean, it's gross because they leave it alone, you know? That's disgusting. But we get the bar that was in Dunwich closing down, and
then zombies
a bunch of people are
teleport in.
Yeah, we gotta get the fuck out of Dodge! And just, like, the zombies fucking start coming in and just eat the fucking owner.
But they don't, like, come in like you'd expect them to, like a horde of zombies pulling down the door. They just kind of happen inside.
Yeah.
These zombies are bullshit, man.
Oh, for sure.
Teleporting zombies is a step too far.
Yeah. Oh, there was a big fucking gust of maggot wind, apparently.
Oh,
no.
The
house. That was nasty.
That was a bad scene.
That's fucking gross. Put me off my food, because I'm eating rice right now.
In a bowl.
So I was like, this is fucking nasty. I'm having me some rice in a bowl, and then we see fucking maggots all over the place.
And the glaive keeper.
And the glaive keeper. But, John running around, bar closes down. At this point, it's All Saints Day. Zombies all over
By the way,
place.
the man who murdered the other guy with the drill, never seen again.
Never.
He gets through this fine because there's no bullet.
Presumably. Presumably he gets out of it scot fucking free.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad he does, though. It really sets the... Maybe that's what the end of the movie is about. Maybe that's what it is all about. That guy ends up showing up again. Maybe. We're going to get to that in a sec. Because we're getting
almost done.
Close to the end. Yeah, exactly. But Scalp Priest comes out of nowhere because they're like running around the catacombs.
Yeah.
He shows up, gets stabbed and fucking like impaled by Gary, who's like one of the last guys alive.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah. Fucking Gary Busey. He stabs him up and fucking just gets lit on fire. And fucking runs around like fucking burns to nothingness. They go outside eventually. Gary and Mary. Gary, Mary, and Bo.
Mary, Gary.
They go outside and they see John. And the kid's alive, and starts running towards them, and he screams their name, and then we just get a freeze frame on the kid, like running towards them, and we just hear Mary going, "Wait! No! No!" It's like, and then like the movie just ends.
Yeah.
It just ends.
Just ends. We get the
What does that mean? What does it mean though? You know what I think it means?
Nothing.
No, I think it means something. I think it means that this movie didn't know how to end itself.
So it just kind of stopped.
Stop.
We got to go for a big cliffhanger ending. What should it be?
What was the cliffhanger? I don't know. The kid's alive? It's like,
why does the girl scream? Because she hates the kid, I guess?
Yes, she thinks that John John's fucking annoying.
And she's right.
She's an audience proxy at this point. It's like, yeah, I think that was the whole meaning behind it.
So what do you think of this thing?
I don't know what the fuck to think of this. I liked it. Atmosphere-wise, it was good.
Yeah.
But, like, story, it had none.
Yeah, it really just... things really did just kind of just happen.
It really... Yeah. This thing was just an amalgamation of things happening. It's like a haunted house. This movie was a fucking haunted house.
But not in a fun way like Spookies.
Yeah. This movie was just a haunted house where just jump scares happen for nothing. Well, like, no, not even jump scares. Fucking just, like, things get dangled in front of your fucking face, and it shows you the weird, gruesome, grotesque, like,
it's weird.
Organs and shit.
Because the characters get jump scared.
Yeah.
But we never do.
Well, if we were in a fucking haunted house with instant transmission zombies, we'd be getting freaked out too.
True, but we're not, and this movie isn't scary.
Yeah. Instead, the scariest thing about this is the fucking maggot winds. Like, that was the
winds of change.
And also the thought of being murdered by a man just on fucking principle for, like, just by a drill.
Because he thinks you're a murderer.
Because he thinks you're the killer. That's been killing everybody, even though it's just fucking zombies. Can we talk about how Dunwich is built on top of Salem?
We did. And how that's
bullshit. Can we go into that more?
Fine.
Salem did not get fucking paved over and get another place placed on top of it. Did they think that this is what Dunwich was?
Maybe.
Did Lucio just be like, oh yeah, so
Lucio,
Salem...
come on. Lucio, Dunwich isn't Massachusetts. But you know, it's possible for there to be two different places in Massachusetts, right? Massachusetts is a big-ass state.
Yeah. I was like, okay, so is this place actually just built on top of fucking, like, Salem? Or is it, like, just next door to Maine? And it's like this whole fucking thing's just taking place in fucking Portland or something.
It's just Derry.
It would have actually made more sense if it was in fucking Derry.
That's a lot more.
Yeah. And it would have, like, they would have spent less time fucking trying to get there from New York. It's like, instead of fucking having them go on this fucking shitty little road trip and fucking talking to some weird-ass fucking priest who has no bearing on the story. It's like, they should have just fucking had it be in, like, fucking Maine or something.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, I made the joke as, like, so, did they just call the place Dunwich, like, after the fucking Salem witch trials are over because the witches is done? Like, because that's stupid.
Wait, if it's built on the ruins of Salem, does this mean this is just a very, it's Paranorman gone wrong?
Yeah, it's heavy-handedly trying to get fucking, like, just, like, paranormal bullshit happening for no reason. It's fucking, it's ham-fistedly just shoving in, like, fucking weird magical bullshit when it's not necessary. Like, they should have focused more on coming up with an ending for the fucking story. Like, instead of having the maggot wind and the shitty mirrors smashing and the fucking glass shards all over the place and the fucking puking of guts, blah, blah, blah. They should have focused on getting that last shot of, like, the graveyard and, like, more zombies coming in and giving it an actual ending to finish on. It's like giving it stability instead of just fucking dropping the ball. I feel like this movie just kind of dropped the ball at the end. I'm gonna give this fucking an empty coffin.
I'm going to give it a very unpleasant Punisher video game-esque drill murder.
I'm gonna give this a 1-inch punch and fucking pie maze 5-point palm exploding heart technique.
Oh, I'm gonna give it
attempts to get out of a coffin.
I'm gonna give it the coffin escape scene, but gone very wrong. Where he misses, gets her in the forehead, and the movie's over.
Beatrix Kiddo dies in the coffin. She never managed to learn the fucking 1-inch punch secret, and she dies right then and there, never getting to see her daughter or fucking what's his name? The guy who played Bill.
Bill Murray.
No, dude played Bill in Kill Bill. Fucking, I forget his name.
It's John Carradine.
Yeah, no, David Carradine.
I knew it was a Carradine.
Yeah, David Carradine.
From that movie Nelson and I watched, The Warrior and the Sorceress, which is just a rip-off of Yojimbo.
Yeah. Apparently he was in a movie in, 2018 because he filmed scenes for it, before he died, and then they got used, apparently, in,
he was in a lot of schlock.
Yeah. He was the poster boy for schlock, but I loved him for it. Somebody had to do it, and I'm glad it was David.
My God. Yeah, so that was the first episode of the Gates of Hell trilogy.
Yeah.
By Lucio Fulci. Not the next movie we're watching, but the next Gates of Hell film.
I don't know how the fuck they're gonna follow this up.
I think it's gonna be like the John Carpenter Apocalypse trilogy, where they're not related at all. That's
the only way I can see it.
Because the Apocalypse trilogy is The Thing.
Yeah.
Prince of Darkness and The Mouth of Madness. These are unrelated films.
Yeah.
But the next one is going to...
I still have to watch Prince of Darkness. Wait, I've seen Prince of Darkness.
But the next episode is The Beyond. That's the next Gates of Hell movie.
Cool. Can't wait for it.
But next...
I was looking forward to this one. I have it downloaded.
But next up, we have the only episode 170.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be watching a Lego movie.
Interesting. I will be there for it.
Anyway, see y'all next week. Thanks for putting up with our nonsense.
Bye, guys. The only thing scary about this fucking film was the fact it doesn't end well.
And neither is this podcast.